Mental thoughts go through my soul. I am constantly going back and forth with them all the time. They say things like, put on makeup today, try a wig or some extensions, start eating better tomorrow, indulge today. You can't do it. I laugh at myself trying to put myself down all the time. My force is intense. So strong I catch my flaws and release them like butterflies. The embarrassing relationship I have with these butterflies make me better. Make some people dislike me, make some people love me. Another mental thought that travels through my soul. I'm such a force, I don't care. I learned to be selfish at the best times. My mind is mine to mind. My force is mine to be mastered. The outside world is just an experience, at most times an illusion, not to be bothered by or tampered with. I am in control. To know this is the magical, powerful force I possess. Greetings, much love, much peace, much positivity to everybody that's watching this video today. So may the force be within you. How magical are you? And what is the power that you possess? For myself, what I've noticed is that I'm very magical and I'm very powerful. And excuse me because I'm coming over a cold, but I'm very magical and I'm very powerful, and I manifest things heavily, like very fast, and it's an exciting experience. I also realize that some of the power that I possess is the ability to see myself as myself. Now, a lot of people are not able to do that, and you think it's simple, but it's really not. We got a lot of phonies out here, I can't say that I wasn't a phony before, you live and you learn, but when you can see yourself as yourself, you're very, very powerful, because you're like one in a million. And when you have the ability to see yourself as who you are, you can see everything on the outside world for as it is. And it's not easy to see that, because a lot of things are hidden and manipulated for your eyes not to be able to see. These eyes and this eye too. Everybody has spirituality within them, and they're very intellectual within themselves. But, some people choose not to tap into that. So I also realize that I'm an empath, so I can feel other people's feelings. And this is just to name a few. This is not, everything that I possess. So I realized that I had this power when I was probably about 20 years old. I'm 25 now. So I've been trying to learn myself more within the 5 years. Of course, in the beginning, it's not as fast as what it's going right now, but it was obvious. I think maybe all my life I probably got signs, of the spiritual being that I was. But I would say at 20 is when it really started to excel. What kept me from knowing this sooner is a lot of different things. Like, for instance, definitely the way we eat will keep you from knowing who you are, because the stuff that we intake, it just clogs you up. It's like your space, You want to keep your house clean. You want to keep your car clean so that you can move from day to day easily. Like, when it's congested, you have a problem, right? So, same thing with your soul and your body and your mental. It all is connected. So if you're eating the wrong thing, you're clogging up what you need to see. And the reason why I know this is because I put myself on experiments, and I went vegan for 3 months, and I'm still trying to transition to an all plant-based diet. But when I eat better, I see better, and I feel better. So what you eat is definitely very important to, seeing things sooner. I would say other things that kept me from seeing this is lack of knowledge, from generations before. They just didn't know, so how would you know, right? Luckily now we have a lot of social media and the internet, and you can look up anything, right? So you can really get connected. So I would say what helped me tap into the reality, like I said, I went on a vegan diet for 3 months. It was actually alkaline vegan. Before that, when I was probably 20, when I first started working at my job, I had a vitamin shop next door, and I drank a lot of water that they had, and Vitamin Shop carries alkaline water. So it cleared out my skin. It made me feel and see things a lot clearer as well. And the reason why I did it really was to just clear up my skin because I was eating horribly, right? I would also say my environment kept me from knowing it sooner, and that could have been where I lived at the time, or it could have been who I hung out with. You know, your environment is very important. That's why it's very good to spend time with yourself. It might sound lonely to some, but it's actually very pleasant. You have to give it a try. But if you're around the wrong people, you know, you are the company you keep, so you will start to do things that they do, and they will start to do things you do, but sometimes the exchange is not equal depending on how powerful you are. And I believe the more powerful you are, if you don't, you know, want to make that change, the more detrimental and harm you can put on your own life, because you're powerful. So whichever way you decide to go, and I believe that's a lot in my family as well, whichever way you decide to go is going to be intense. So, you know, pick your heaven or your hell, basically. So what I do now to try to tap into my spirituality or that power, because some people may not understand that as spirituality, but it is spirituality. The power within yourself is basically to, like I said, change what I eat. Keeping my space clean is very important. Hanging around the right people, spending time with myself, and doing things that I love. You don't want to live for somebody else. You can never be somebody else. It's not possible. So trying to look like somebody else, it doesn't even make any sense, honestly. If nobody told you, I'm here to let you know that it makes no sense, right? Just be the best you could possibly be. And other things that I need to do and I'm starting to do is meditating more. Meditating is very important. It just helps you sit for a little bit. I feel like we move so much and we're so active that we just don't sit and think to talk to ourselves or think to ourselves. So meditation gives you that time to clear your thoughts and just put this piece here, you know. It's very important. So who in the world has this magical force? Many people have this force. Majority of people have this force. It's just what we allow ourselves to settle with, really. You know, if you feel things, like we all are very intuitive. That's that gut feeling. And if you eat wrong, you can't hear nothing that your gut is saying. Mind that, right? But it's the gut feeling, you know? It's like, don't do this, or do this, or don't do that, or do this. You know, some of us think too much too, so we ignore that feeling just from thought, which is not always the best thing. That's why it's good to meditate. But everybody has this force. It's just what you decide to do. And what I've experienced is with people that would have this power, and I meet them when they're older, probably like 20 years older than me or something like that. They refuse to tap into that power, and their life is just shambles. Again, like I said, it's very detrimental. So, you know, pick your heaven or your hell. There are definitely more powerful beings than others. Again, that depends on them, but they'll be powerful no matter what. And I decided myself to pick the going up way because, you know, especially having a daughter. I have a daughter. She's 8 months old. Especially having a daughter or a child, it makes you realize, like, you know, you don't want to go no other way, and you don't have to. You know, it's a choice. It really is. So the way I realized the powers that I possess is basically just living day by day. You know I possess a very strong power because I could go through life and still smile and, you know, be alright. Like, that's not easy, especially, you know, I get thrown some shit, and I'm sure everybody gets thrown some stuff that is not easy to handle, but to get through it with a smile is a powerful thing. It's definitely, you know, a power that you possess. Don't knock yourself, right? You also know you have very strong powers when you have the will and the ability to keep going. Like, this is not an easy world to live in, and where we live at does not make it easy to figure out that power or figure out exactly who it is that you are. But when you have the ability to continue to go and to grow, you're very powerful. And yeah, you just kind of got to figure out which way works best for you. So when you figure out that, like, everybody is different, so some people can be powerful and, you know, not eat the best thing or not drink water or this, that, and the third. Now, personally, I'm not like that, and you have to learn yourself. When I eat bad, my skin breaks out. It's like all warning starts telling me, like, nah, shorty, it's not for you. But you know, you got to pick it for yourself and learn for yourself. Like, it's not hard to figure out what's for you and what's not for you. Your body will respond. You will respond. You have to pay attention to what you're thinking. And once you get a grasp on that, you really will start to realize that power that is within you. Now, can you help other people realize their power? You can. You can. And then some people you can't. Like, there's a lot of stubborn people. Like, I'm very stubborn myself. And I'm not even the hardest person. The most stubborn person is just I'm stubborn, and I know that it's hard to convince me sometimes. So don't walk around trying to convince people. The best thing you could do is live your best life to the most fulfilled and successful and happy and loving way that you can, because trying to convince people is straining. And if you're an empath, like, just 5 minutes of conversation will give you a headache, and it's not worth it, baby girl or baby boy. I love you, and it's just what you have to do. And it's hard to watch people that are very strong-willed and have a lot of power, but you can't save the world without saving yourself. So first you have to work on yourself. And once you do that, you know, it's like millionaires. Once they become a millionaire, it's like, I want to be a millionaire too. Like, they can teach you how to be a millionaire, but it's really only you that gets to it, you know? You can't change somebody's mind. They have to want to do it themselves. So, yeah. Thank you for tuning in with me. You can subscribe. I'm so not used to this. You can subscribe and like and comment. And again, I appreciate you for sitting and taking your time out to watch my videos. My name is Samone. I did not introduce myself. I'm bad at that. My name is Samone. So yeah, follow my vids. I will try to release one once a week, or maybe twice a week. I don't know how it's gonna go, but much blessings, much love, much peace, much positivity. May the force be within you, baby girl. May the force be within you, baby boy. Right? Let's level up. It's 2019. Time to do these things, right? Peace, peace.